Welcome. The following video describes basic cash register transactions on your Sharp cash register. First, before you can enter a transaction, ensure that the key is in the REG, or straight up and down position, which means register mode, that you're ready to. That is the most common mode for this cash register when you're using it in your daily business. First, currently we have this register configured for a tax rate of 6.25% on Tax 1 and Departments 1 and 2. So throughout all this, you'll see a tax rate of 6.25%. First, if a customer pays by cash, it's a very simple transaction. But first, we need to tell the register what clerk is running it. If you use clerk numbers, for example, employees each have their own code, so you see on the weekly or daily reports what cashier is doing the most business, least business, for example. You need to tell the register. So first, we hit 1 for clerk 1, and then you'll see over here there's a clerk number key. So hit that, and the screen will show 1. So now I've logged in clerk number 1 for this cash register. If you do not use clerks in your business, I just recommend that every day you enter clerk 1, because the register does need to know a clerk number before you can enter a transaction. First, let's sell an item for $5. We enter $5 by hitting the 5 key and then the 0 key twice. You'll see $5 come up on the screen, and we'll hit Department 1. And now you'll see one item at $5 on the screen. When you're ready to, that's the only item this customer is buying, you want to give them a subtotal. You would ask your customer for $5.31. You'll recall this register is configured with a 6.25% tax rate. That's where that 31 cents came from. The customer gives me $6 in cash. So I hit 600, and then I hit the large cash no sale key, probably the most common key you'll use on this register. The drawer will pop open, the receipt will print out. You'll see all your transaction particulars on that. So now you've finished your first cash transaction. We'll simply close the drawer and rip off the receipt, give it to your customer. Now let's say the next customer walks up and they're going to buy 2 items. And the first item is $10, so we enter 10, and then you might take advantage of this double 0 key here. So now there's $10 on the screen, and we're also going to use Department 1. As you can see on the screen, one item at $10. Second item they've chosen is $5. 5 and then the double 0 key. You'll see that on the screen. Now we need to tell it the department again, but this time Department 2, the key above it. So now you see Department 2, $5. Hit the subtotal key so you know what to ask your customer for. You're going to ask the customer for $15.94, and they hand you a $20 bill. And then you hit the cash no sale key. The receipt will pop out showing your transaction. The drawer will open, and you'll see on the screen there's a C for change there, and the change that the customer is owed out of that $20 bill is $4.06. Take the change, close your drawer, and remove your receipt. And now your customer has bought 2 items with this. Your next customer is coming up, and they want to pay, they have 1 item for $5. So 5 and 00. And once again, tell the Department 1, and a subtotal, $5.31. Now this customer has chosen to pay with a charge card or with a check, for example. There's 2 buttons on the device. You'll see one for charge and one for check. Either of those buttons can do based on what you're doing in your store, but once you hit the button, you'll notice, let's hit the check one. Let's say this customer gave us a check. The drawer will pop open on the device. The receipt will print out, drawers open, and you'll see the F for final of $5.31. We assume that the check is for the exact amount of the transaction, and that also holds true for charges as well. So the drawer will pop open automatically once you enter a check. So close your drawer, and you've had a good day at your business. We can hit clear, and that'll clear the screen. And now you want to run an end-of-the-day report to see what your sales were for the day. And to do that, we have to look at this key once again and move it all the way to the right to the Z/program mode. And we want to print out a report. So once it's in that Z/program setting, you hit the cache no sale key. The drawer will pop open, and now the program will begin to print out. As you can see, it's printed out quite a detailed report, and I encourage you to look at your manual, which explains each and every item on the receipt, or view our other video that's described as viewing and printing sales reports, and will fully explain this receipt. This concludes the video for basic cash register transactions.